Hello everyone, and this is part 1 of my series entitled In Search of the Best Lee Haney. Of course, I am your host, Marks Max Muscle. And if you've ever wondered yourself, what was the best version of Lee Haney, as far as the Olympia is concerned anyway? And I usually like to dig to the bottom of this and do little mini tournaments. Of course, if you are familiar with my channel, then this needs no explanation. Of course, he competed an odd number of times, so I had to exempt one of these years, which I usually believe is the best year without really checking things out. Just at the top of my head, I figured 1991 was the best Lee Haney, so I exempt that to the finals. It makes for more of a riveting final matchup. Anyway, today's matchup features the 1983 versus the 1984 Lee Haneys, and as per usual, these first Olympia competitions for these guys, there's usually not that much photos of them. There's not a lot of material to work with, but I think we can go with what we have here. And judging by this front double bicep, and I would have to say that 1984 more than likely is the superior Lee Haney. Although it is hard to tell with this picture here because his stance is much different. So his legs are more at a relaxed state, not as striated looking in 84. But I believe that if he had them straightened out, flexed, they would be just as good or better. If you really look at the chest itself, you can almost see some vascularity levels there that 1983 just does not possess. But really, you can't tell anything from this comparison. I'm being foolish. Let's see if we can get any information from the next comparison. And yes, I know, I'm a hypocrite. I said no photo shoot pictures, but that's the Gladiator round. I don't like them, but these are both from photo shoots. Probably most likely the same photographer, who knows? One was at the 83 Olympia backstage, one was at the 84 Olympia backstage. So, and it is the same man. Wow, his skin is so much better and darker in 84 that it's not even funny. And like I say over and over, that does make a difference. Much more visible abs in 83, I will say. But I believe that's just the way he is flexed. He has bowed his rib cage out there in 84. If you really look deep, there is a vascularity level in 84 that 83 just does not have. So I believe those abs are just, I don't know. What would you rather have, the vascularity level or the abs, the visible abs? I think that rib cage expansion just eliminates the six-pack. Anyway, I would say 84 is 30 pounds heavier, a better Lee Haney, more vascular. But like I said, I hate these photo shoots, and I am hoping the one that I pick, which is most likely I am leaning towards 84, because let's face it, he won the Olympia that year. Let's have another comparison, shall we? And I do not like using comparisons like this at all. Now, one could use this to show how much better 84 is, but it's not fair. It's not the same pose. I mean, yes, it is the same pose. It's the most muscular, but it's a different variation. He could very well have turned into this variation in 83 and looked just as good. But I am going to lean towards 84. I believe in this competition. So this kind of showcases a better flex, a better version. He does look better in 84. But like I said, it could be just the way he is flexed. But if you really make an educated decision on this, his pecs, of course they look better, they're more flexed. But I believe they have much more meat involved. But anyway, I hate making decisions like this. I'm just glad this is just the first round, and perhaps either of these 2 years won't make it to the end. Who knows? Let's have one more comparison, though. And yes, once again, I do realize that this is not a fair comparison, not even close. But it sure gives me a good case for picking 2000. My soul, where am I? 1984. And considering he did win the Olympia that year and placed a mere third the year before in 83, I don't think anybody would have an argument with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this tournament is just getting started. 1984 advances on. Stay tuned for the next one, which features 1985 versus 1986 Lee Haneys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.